So last time we started with half range expansion. We studied the formulas of half range expansion. We understood the concept of half range expansion, and this is the half range expansion. Hope you remember all these things very well. Half range expansion with the arbitrary period 2L. The function f of x is periodic function of period 2L, but it is defined in half range, x between 0 to L. So we extended the function, we defined the function in the remaining half range minus L to 0, so that it will be even function. And then half range expansion is given by f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation a n cos of n pi x divided by L, where a naught equal to 2 by L integration from 0 to L f of x dx, whereas a n equal to 2 by L integration from 0 to L f of x cos of n pi x divided by N dx. Whereas in case of half range sign expansion, all the conditions are same, but we defined the function in remaining half range so that it will be odd function, and then Fourier series expansion is f of x equal to summation bn sine of n pi x divided by L, where bn is 2 by L integration from 0 to L f of x sine n pi x divided by L. Same formulas are there whenever the period is 2 pi. Okay. Then we started with different examples. Where are the examples? Okay, just 1 minute. Here are the examples. Hope this is visible to you. We started with find cosine series for the sine x in the interval x between 0 to pi, and then decide 1 minus 1 upon 3 plus 1 upon 5 minus 1 upon 7 equal to pi by 4. Okay, so we have written the equation number 1, f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation a n cos of nx. Then we obtained a naught, that is 4 by pi. Then we obtain a n that is equal to 2 divided by pi 1 minus n square, 1 plus minus 1 raised to n plus 2. And in front of this we decided to write that this formula is not valid for n equal to 1. Okay, so we obtained a1 in this way. I think we should write 1 here, a1 here. Then we obtained a naught, a1 and an valid for n equal to 2 and greater than 2. Then we have written f of x as f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus a1 cos x plus an cos of nx n equal to 2 to infinity. A naught is 4 by pi, a1 is 0 that we obtained here. Okay, an is known to us that we obtained on the previous page. All the values are substituted and the expansion is obtained. Then I think we left some space to prove this. Hope you might have proved it. Then we started with the second example, where our aim is to find the Fourier sine and cosine expansion of a function f of x, which is defined in two parts, one from 0 to pi by 2, that is x, and from pi by 2 to pi, it is pi minus x. So the midpoint of interval is different from x equal to 0, so it is neither even nor odd function, and the whether function is even or odd, that is not required for the half range expansion. Okay, since functions are defined in half range, so midpoint of interval is not x equal to 0, different from x equal to 0. So our aim is to find half range expansion first. So it is given by f of x equal to summation bn sine nx. Bn is equal to 2 by integration from 0 to pi f of x sine nx. Function is defined in two parts. One is from 0 to pi by 2, and other is from pi by 2 to pi. So the integral is divided into two parts. One from 0 to pi by 2, where f of x is x, and pi by 2 to pi, where f of x is equal to pi minus x. Then both the integrals are solved by this integration by parts formula. Then yes, it is here. So bn is obtained, bn is like this, and then bn is substituted to get the required answer. Then I think we started with this example, f of x equal to x square, x between 0 to 2, find half range cosine expansion. So f of x equal to x square, x between 0 to 2, actual function is like this. Then we extend, we have to extend the function in the remaining half range minus 2 to 0, right? Midpoint should be x equal to 0. So in this way, so that it will be symmetric about the y-axis, so that it is even function, so that we'll be able to find the cosine expansion, half range cosine expansion. Okay, so here we compare this x equal to 0 to 2 with the 0 to L, and L is equal to 2, and what the period is? Period is 2L, that is 2 into 2, that is 4. Okay, so period is 4. We'll continue. Now we have to find the half range cosine expansion. Okay, so let me change the page. Hold on. Half range cosine expansion is, right with me? So we have this function f of x equal to x square defined between x equal to 0 to 2. We obtain L equal to 2. Okay, so right, half range cosine expansion. It is cosine or sine? What it is? What our aim is? Cosine only. Okay. Okay. So 80 students are there. Okay. Let me continue. Half range cosine expansion. So right, f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus summation n equal to 1 to infinity a n cos of nx or n pi x? N pi x divided by arbitrary period, na? But L equal to 2. N cos of n pi x divided by 2. Okay, write this as equation number 1. Write down. Where a not equal to 2 by L, 0 to L.
Sir,
yes.
और फंक्शन है ना?
कौन सा फंक्शन है बोल रहे? ऑड?
Neither odd nor even.
हाँ, करेक्ट ना, करेक्ट.
हाँ तो हाँ इसलिए हाफ रेंज एप्लीकेबल होगा.
हाँ, absolutely. Defined in half range only, na? Actually, it should be defined from -2 to +2. Right now, -2 to +2, then length of the interval is 4, period is 4. But it is defined in half range only, 0 to 2. Therefore, we are finding half range cosine expansion. We can find half range sine expansion also. Okay, here it is asked to find half range cosine expansion. Therefore, we are finding that. It may be that same function will be given, f of x equal to x square x between 0 to 2, and it may be asked to find the half range sine expansion. That is also possible. In that case, we'll extend the function in remaining half range so that it will be odd. Getting? Okay. Let me continue. So if you have any doubt now, you clear it. Don't keep that in your mind. So I substituted L equal to 2, as well as let me substitute the f of x also, that is x square. So integration of x square is x cube divided by 3. By 3. Then that next. N pi x divided by L. Sorry, 2 by 2. 0 to 2. So this is U. Cos is V. And we have to use this formula.
Chain rule.
Absolutely. So 2 by 2 is 1. So like this, U as it is, integration of the cos and then divided by coefficient of x, n pi divided by 2. minus derivative of x square u dash na? Integration of the sine divided by n pi by 2. Already n pi by 2 is there. Let me write it here only so that I'll able to write the upper and lower limit also. So derivative of x is 1. Derivative of cos is minus sine.
सर टू भी देना ना, टू आएगा सर उसमें.
हाँ sorry 2 is there, no doubt. Just 1 minute.
Is A.
Huh.
Only for term mark.
Oh. Term or काय असतं त्याला ना?
Factor आमचं एक्सटर्नल असतं, एक्सटर्नल मार्क्स येतो डायरेक्टली.
कसलं काही काय
टर्म करतो.
फक्त टर्म इंटरनल मार्क्स ला divided by n cube pi cube divided by 8 and then limits. I don't have space, please do it yourself. In next step I'll write that. Minus 2x into this 4, so 8. Right. Then acha, minus minus it is plus. This minus sign, this minus sign. Okay, next is plus sign. Right, plus minus plus. Plus minus, that will be minus. Be careful about the sign. These are the limits, upper and lower limit. So on next page, I will substitute the upper and lower limit and we'll see what happens. Once you complete, let me know. Can I change the page?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me change it. So, like this. Upper limit, upper limit is 2. So, x equal to 2, 2 square 4. So, 8 divided by n pi sine of x equal to 2, 2 will cancel, sine of n pi, right, plus x equal to 2, so 8 into 2, 16, n square pi square, cos of n pi, minus 16 divided by n cube pi cube,
Sin n pi.
sine of n pi, absolutely. This is upper limit. Now lower limit, minus of x equal to 0. X square is there, so 0. Okay. Acha, I can write it here also, but I started already. Okay. So then x equal to 0, therefore 0. Sine of 0, 0. Therefore 0. Okay, so equal to. What is sine of n pi? 0. Again, what is sine of n pi? 0. So only one term is remaining. 16 n square pi square cos of n pi. And we know what the cos of n pi is. 16 into minus 1 raised to n divided by n square pi square. Hope you are getting this answer. Okay, now we're done. substituting values in 1. Substituting values in 1. So 1 was like this, f of x equal to a naught by 2 plus n equal to 1 to infinity n cos of n by x divided by 2. So a naught was 8 by 3 divided by 2 . So write the constants, simplify this. So 4 by 3. Let me write the constant outside. If you want to keep it inside, that is also okay. But we cannot write n square outside, right? Na? N varies, na? So n square cannot be written outside. If you want to keep constants inside the summation, that is okay. But we cannot write n square or the terms in n outside the summation. This is the half range expansion. Hope you might have understood it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll go through the next part now. Written everything. Can I continue now?
Sir, 1 minute.
Oh, no.
लिखे सर.
हाँ लिख दीजिए, जिसका भी बाकी है लिख दीजिए.
Yes, sir, done.
ओके, चलो अभी एक नया कंसेप्ट पढ़ते हैं. हाँ, we'll go through one new concept. थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट लेना है. हाँ, you may think that कि क्या ये solving the integral and getting some numbers is too difficult to understand and getting interest is very difficult. Huh? So many applications are there of the Fourier series. You can go through the YouTube videos. I have given you NPTEL videos also, and search the internet for more information. Okay, so time being, see what we want to do. Write the name of topic, and then we'll understand what is background of this topic. Harmonic analysis. Okay, name is harmonic analysis. We'll understand it. So see what we have done till. See towards screen and understand what we want to do in next part. Let me tell the background of what we want to study. So till what we have done, we used to give a function. Function was given f of x. For example, let me write example. For example, x square was given, and then some interval is given. Say x between 0 to 2 pi. Okay, maybe x between minus pi to plus pi. Maybe x between, if it is arbitrary period, 0 to 6, right? Maybe minus 3 to plus 3. Okay, so actually function is given in this way. Let me draw the graph. Okay, so I can draw the graph of this function since I know the whole function. This is y-axis, this is origin, this is x-axis, this is x equal to 0, this is x equal to 2 pi. Function was defined in this way. And then since function is periodic, so let me write the property of periodicity also. F of x equal to f of x plus 2 pi. This shows that function is periodic and period is 2 pi. This is the period. Okay, that is from 2 pi to 4 pi, the function will be same like this. From minus 2 pi to 0, the function will be like this, and so on. Okay, so this is periodicity of the function. So the given function was explicitly given. Okay, f of x equal to x square. From there, it is possible to draw the graph. Okay, again it is given what the period is, and then we have written the function f of x in ascending powers of sine x and cos x. Correct, na? But suppose I have to solve some mechanical engineering problem or civil engineering problem where the function is periodic. I know that the function is periodic, but I want to find the values of f of x from given experiment. Okay, say I want to find turning moments. Till at this moment you might don't know what the turning moment is. Maybe in second year you'll study this. Turning moment I want to find. Okay, and what is given to me? Crank angle is given. Okay, so say you are doing the experiment and you know the crank angle theta, and corresponding turning moments are known to us, f of theta. Okay, so for example, when theta is equal to 0 degree, say turning moment is say 539. Okay, when crank angle is say 60 degree, right? Corresponding turning moment is say 1392. Okay, when turning angle is say 120 degree. See, intuitively I am taking equal intervals. So 60 degree, then 120 degree. What will be the next? 180 degree. What will be the next? 240 degree. Okay. Okay, what will be next? 300 degree. What will be next? 360 degree. Right? Since theta is given in terms of angle by default, if it is periodic period, it will be. Okay. Then what will be the period of function? Can anyone tell me what will be period of this function? Whenever angle is given in terms of, whenever x, in this case theta, is given in terms of angles, by default the period will be standard period, that is 2 pi. Right? And crank, for the crank angle, turning moments are given 539, 1392. Okay, say 1791. Okay, for 180 degrees, say it is decreasing, say 752, and so on. These values are given to us. Right? So to find the Fourier series expansion, what is required? Periodicity is equal. No. You take other value. We are not interested in what the decreasing, increasing. Say it is 989. Okay. Say here it is 1500, say 27. Okay. This value we want. Okay. So see what we want here. Here, to find the Fourier series, what is required? The function should be periodic. Right now? So is the whatever we have written the values here, is it periodic? Yes. Angles are given, and I want to write the corresponding values of f of theta for 360 degree. Can anyone tell me what will be the value of f of theta for 360 degree? Can anyone tell me what will be the value of f of theta for theta equal to 360 degree? We know that it is a periodic function, already we have written, of period 2 pi. Yes. कोई बता सकता है क्या वैल्यू रहेगी एफ ऑफ थीटा की? अच्छा चलो समझते हैं. ये जो ऊपर
752.
हाँ, correct? Yes. What it will be?
752 into 2.
Okay. We'll understand it. Okay. So see this function, graph. Right. So finding value of f of x means finding value of y. Okay. So what is y for? Whenever x equal to 0, what the value of y is? Y is equal to here. What is the value of y? 0 only. When x equal to 2 pi, what the value of y is? 0 only. Right? When x equal to 4 pi, what the value of y is? 0 only. When x equal to minus 2 pi, what the value of y is? 0. So whenever there is difference of 2 pi, the value of y will be same, na? Since it is periodic function, na? समझती कि नहीं? Right, na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now see, let me take a middle value. Suppose x equal to somewhere here, x equal to pi. Okay, from here it will be clear, right? X equal to pi. What is value of y? Say y is equal to say 10, right? So y equal to 10 when x equal to pi. Now add 2 pi to this, that will become 3 pi. So when x equal to 3 pi, this is pi, this is 2 pi, 3 pi will be somewhere here, right? What will be the corresponding value of y will be 10 only, right? When x equal to, this is 3 pi, let me take next value 5 pi, let me add 2 pi. Okay, so graph will be somewhere here. Okay, and what the value of y will be? Again it will be 10 only. आ रहा है सबको समझ में? Okay, or you take, this is pi, let me subtract 2 pi from here, so I'll get minus pi here. So when x is minus pi, tell me what the value of y is. Value of y will be same again, 10 only. Getting everyone? Okay, so this is the property of periodic function, right? Since it is periodic function of period 2 pi, whenever there is difference of 2 pi in the value of x, the corresponding value of y will be same. That will be in this case 10. So here for theta equal to 0, value of f of theta is 539. So value of f of theta corresponding to 360 degree will be 539 only. Okay, now tell me what will be value of y, that is f of theta corresponding to 420 degree. Anyone? Tell me what will be the value. Array, this difference is of 360 degree na, therefore these two values are same. Now add 360 degree to 60 degree, what you will get? 420. So what will be the value? 1392. Okay, let me continue with this table. I am writing theta here and I am writing f of theta here. Tell me what will be value of f of theta for 480 degree. What will be the value of f of theta?
1791.
120 degree plus 360 is 480 na? So 1791. Okay, now let me add 60 to this. So that will be 540 degree. What will be value of f of theta? Next value 752. Right na? Now if I add 60 to this, say 600 degree, what will be the corresponding value? 989. Right? Then 660 degree, that will be 1527. Okay, and 720 degree. 360 into 2 is 720 na? That is 4 pi na? This is 2 pi, this is 4 pi, right? Difference of 2 pi, and the value will be 539. So see, for theta equal to 0, theta equal to 2 pi, and theta equal to 4 pi, 6 pi, 8 pi, 10 pi, 12 pi, the value of f of theta will be 539 only. This one concept we understood, and for that we used periodicity only, nothing else. Okay, now I'll go to the concept of harmonic analysis. See, till whatever we studied, we used to know the function, okay, whether it is x square, whether it is sin x, whether it is defined in two parts, x and pi minus x, whatever the function may be, right? And from there, using the integration formulas, we obtained the Fourier series expansion. That is, we have written the function in terms of sin x and cos x. Clear? Now we don't know the function, but we know the value of function, known as functional values. And from here, using this, we want to find the Fourier series expansion. Have you understood the difference? I'll repeat. Till, to find the Fourier series expansion, we used to know the function explicitly. Right? F of x equal to x square, f of x equal to sin x, f of x equal to say x cube, whatever the function is. And using the integral formulas of a naught, an, and bn, known as Fourier coefficients, we obtain the Fourier series expansion. Clear? Okay. Now we don't know the function, but we know the functional values in this way. Okay. Table is known to us, corresponding to x equal to 0, x equal to 60 degree, x equal to 120 degree. Okay. Equidistant. The values of x, the value of theta is equidistant. And we know the corresponding value of f of theta. And now our aim is to find the Fourier series expansion. Clear? So finding Fourier series expansion when the values of function are known is known as harmonic analysis. Okay, so whatever the formulas of A naught, A and Bn, right now they are known in terms of integration. We want to convert them in terms of summation. Right? You might have studied this part in 12th also. Converting the integral into summation and converting the summation into integral. Limit of something name was there. Okay, so let me continue. See what I am doing now. Now we understood the concept of harmonic analysis. We'll write all these things. We'll write them in terms of definition. But before we start, we'll understand how we can convert the integral into summation. Okay, so give me some time. Okay, so say I want to solve this integral. Our aim is to solve this integral. Integration of f of x dx from x equal to a to x equal to b. For simplification, let me replace f of x by y. So integration of y dx from x equal to a to x equal to b. Okay, and what I know, I don't know what the y is. I know the value of y at a different interval. That is, say I know this. Understand what I know and what I want to do. Okay, so sorry, this is x and this is y. X equal to a, x equal to, let me denote it by x naught. Okay, then I know y at x1, x2, x3, x4, xm. Usually use n, but n is already used in the Fourier series, na? Summation n equal to 1 to n, an cos of nx plus bn sin nx. Therefore, instead of using n, let me use the m. This is m. So, I know the value of y corresponding to x0, x1, x2, x3 up to xm, xm equal to b. Right? X equal to a to x equal to b. Na? So, starting value of x is a, that is x0. Final value of x is b, that is xm. And I know the corresponding value of y. y0, y1, y2, y3, y5, ym. Okay, from here, let me draw the graph. So, this is x-axis. This is y-axis. Say this is x equal to a. That is equal to x0. Getting? And this is the final value. X equal to b. That is equal to xm. थोड़ा समझून घ्यायचं आहे. थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट वाटेल at the first moment आपको थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट लग सकता है. इसको समझना है हमें. Whenever x is x0, y is say y0. यहाँ पे say y0 है. ठीक है? When x is x1, corresponding value will say y1 here, and so on. When x is xm, here it say ym. So ऐसे कुछ ग्राफ आएगा. Some graph आएगा. ठीक है? So I want to find this area from x0 to, finding integration means finding area ना. So ये area मुझे find करना है. Area under the curve y equal to f of x from x equal to a, right, to x equal to b. ये area, this area is the integral. Area find करना है integral. So what I'll do ना, since I don't know the function, I don't know what the y is, but I know the values of y. So मैं इसको draw करता हूँ. ये पता है मुझे x1. I know this, which is x2. They are equidistant. Okay, this is x3. फिर x4 है मेरे पास, x5, x6 और last है xn-1 और last है xm, xm-1 and xm. Understood up to this part? Now I have to find the area. ये जो distance है ना, this is equidistance है h. This is also h. This is also h. ये भी h है. Right? So what I'll do ना? I'll take the rectangle. इस rectangle को मैं लेता हूँ. इतना rectangle लूँगा मैं. So I will lose this much area. So whatever the value, that will be approximate. That will be not the correct value. हाँ? ये यहाँ तक है. तो मैं इसको लेता हूँ. I'll lose this much area. I'll lose this much area. Okay, and so on. ये last आएगा. I'll lose this much area, but I don't have any problem. Somehow I want to find approximate answer. Now, since we don't know the function, it is very difficult to find exact value. Okay, so now I think everyone know this. This height is distance along the y-axis is y0. So this is y0. This is y1. This is y2. This is y3. y4, this is ym minus 1, and last is ym. Okay, so tell me what will be area of this rectangle, right? See, length is y0, y0 into h. Okay, so this integral is equal to, integral means area, so I'll take area of this rectangle, h into y0, plus I'll take area of next rectangle, ये जो rectangle है ना उसका मैं area लेता हूँ, so उसका height कितना है, y1 है, right? So h into y1. Okay, next tell me what will be the next area. Next area बताइए क्या आएगा, h into y2 आएगा, है ना, right? Next आएगा h into y3 and so on. Tell me what will be the area of last rectangle, ये जो rectangle है ना, what will be area of this rectangle, ym minus 1 आएगा, है ना, ym नहीं आएगा, ym minus 1, h into ym minus 1. तो इसको मैं ऐसे लिख सकता हूं, h y0 plus y1 plus y2 plus y3 so on up to ym minus 1. Or in other words, I can write like this, h summation of yi, where I is from 1 to m minus 1. सबको समझ में आ गया ये? What we have done? We have the integration of f of x dx from x equal to a to b. If we know the function f of x, we can integrate it directly. Suppose f of x equal to x square, तो उसका integration आएगा x cube divided by 3. यदि sin x है तो integration आएगा minus cos x. Then we'll substitute the limit and we'll get the required answer. But unfortunately, or say fortunately, we don't have the function, but we know the functional values. यानी ये table पता है हमें. Right? So what we have done? फिर उसको हमने क्या rectangle में convert किया. Right? As a rectangle, we have converted them in forms of rectangle like this. You see the diagram. And then we obtain the areas of rectangle in this way. So ultimately, we converted the integral into summation. This is the end product. आ रहा है सबको समझ में? Can I continue? Have you understood this? Have you understood this?
सर और एक बार बताओ.
Okay. Should I start with the integral? So see, we have integration of f of x. Yes.
सर वो ग्राफ इंक्रीजिंग नहीं रहेगा?
नहीं, अरे कोई भी ग्राफ, मैंने फॉर एग्जांपल लिया है, एंड वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन ग्राफ, वी आर इंटरेस्टेड इन हाउ वी कैन कन्वर्ट द इंटीग्रल इनटू समेशन, है ना? तो ग्राफ की जरूरत है ही नहीं, वो समझने के लिए लिया है हमने. सपोज आई डोंट नो द ग्राफ एंड आई नो दिस फॉर्मूला, समेशन इंटीग्रेशन ऑफ y dx इज इक्वल टू h समेशन ऑफ yi, और मुझे यहाँ पे yi पता है टेबल से, y0 y1 y2 y3, वही लगेगा ना हमें, right? Whether graph is increasing, decreasing, discontinuous, all those things are not required anywhere. I have written them to understand how we are converting the integral into summation. Actually ये 12th में हुआ है, लेकिन और एक बार समझने के लिए हमने लिया है. Got it, understood it. कोई भी ग्राफ लीजिए आप, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. हाँ, yes. और एक ग्राफ ले लूं क्या मैं? Should I take one more graph and should we understand it?
यस सर.
नो सर.
हाँ चलो दूसरे पेज पे लेता हूं मैं, थोड़ा सा टाइम लेगा लेकिन समझते हैं. ओके, लेट मी चेंज द पेज. चलो ये ग्राफ लेता हूं, एक्स एक्सिस है, वाई एक्सिस है, दिस इज ओके, ठीक है. दिस इज x इक्वल टू a, दैट इज x0, this is x2, sorry x1, this is x2, और ये लास्ट है से xm है, और ये सेकेंड लास्ट है xm माइनस 1. उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. इक्वी डिस्टेंस h, दिस इज आल्सो h, और बीच में इंटरवल्स है. दिस इज y0, this is y1, this is y2, this is ym, this is ym minus 1. Okay, so our aim is to solve this integral, integration of f of x dx, x equal to a to b. Okay, उसको हमने y के फॉर्म में लिखा, y dx, x equal to a to b, but we don't know what the f of x is, we don't know what the y is, but हमें functional value पता है. Actually ये टेबल दिया है हमें, ये टेबल दिया है. ये x है, y एक्चुअल टेबल दिया है, x0, x1, x2, xm, xm minus 1 and corresponding values of y, y0, y2, ym minus 1, ym, ठीक है। एक्चुअली ये यहां से ये ड्रॉ किया, ठीक है, कुछ भी है वो आप समझ लो थोड़ा सा, ठीक है। सो नाउ आई टेक द फर्स्ट रेक्टेंगल, मैं इसको ले लूंगा, ये थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा आएगा मेरे पास, है ना, ये एक्स्ट्रा एरिया आएगा, तो अप्रोक्सीमेट आंसर फाइंड कर रहे हैं, सो विल गेट सम एक्स्ट्रा एरिया, नो प्रॉब्लम, y0 into h आएगा, प्लस नेक्स्ट और थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा एरिया आएगा, ये एक्स्ट्रा एरिया आने दो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, hy1, नेक्स्ट लास्ट वाला, देखो इतना एरिया हम कम कर रहे हैं, है ना, इतना नहीं आएगा, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, प्लस
सर
हाँ 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 यस,
अलग अलग होगा ना,
क्या,
हर एक का एच अलग अलग होगा ना?
नहीं नहीं नहीं, इक्वी डिस्टेंट लिया है हमने, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले हमने लिया था ना 0 डिग्री, 60 डिग्री, 120 डिग्री, तो इक्वी डिस्टेंट था ना।
हाँ
हाँ अलग है तो वो अलग फॉर्मूला आएगा, है ना। तो हम यहाँ पे हियर वी आर कंसीडरिंग इक्विडिस्टेंट व्हाइल सॉल्विंग द एग्जांपल ऑन फोरियर सीरीज आल्सो वी आर कंसीडरिंग इक्विडिस्टेंट, ओके। तो इफ डिफरेंस इज ऑफ 30 डिग्री इट विल बी 0 डिग्री, 30 डिग्री, 60 डिग्री, 90 डिग्री, 120 डिग्री, ऐसे आएगा। ये हमने एजम्पशन लिया है कि इक्विडिस्टेंट है, गॉट इट, ओके। सो ये आएगा I इक्वल टू, हाँ नॉन इक्विडिस्टेंट भी हो सकता है, उसके लिए कुछ अलग मेथड रहेगा, हाँ? उसको हम नहीं कंसिडर कर रहे, 0 to m वही आएगा। गेटिंग एवरीवन, समझ में आ गया इतना, या और कुछ डाउट है बताइए मुझे,
करते।
टिल एनी डाउट इज देयर?
हेलो सर,
हाँ 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 यस कंटिन्यू।
m-1 के बाद वाला m क्यों नहीं कंसीडर करते?
अरे नहीं ना, ये पहला रेक्टेंगल है जहां पे y0 है, सेकेंड रेक्टेंगल y1 है, ठीक है। 10th रेक्टेंगल में बताओ क्या आएगा, y9 आएगा, है ना।
हाँ सर,
राइट, सो mth रेक्टेंगल जो लास्ट रेक्टेंगल है उसमें m-1 आएगा,
हाँ हाँ
हाँ इसलिए m-1 तक है। गेट इट, गेटिंग इट, ओके। चलो, और उसको आप उसका टेंशन मत लो, अब फाइनली जो हमें फॉर्मूला डेवलप करना है उसमें तो हम अलग मेथड से समझेंगे उसको, ठीक है। लेट मी कंटिन्यू, लेट मी स्टार्ट विथ, सो अभी हमने क्या क्या समझा है, एक बार रिवाइज करता हूं, देन आई विल स्टार्ट विद द फोरियर सीरीज। हमने ये समझा है, दो अलग चीजें समझी है। फर्स्ट, टिल to find the Fourier series the function was given explicitly, say for example f of x equal to x square ऐसे दिया जाता था, and then we obtained the Fourier series expansion using the integral formulas of a0, an, bn. Clear? Now the function is not given, table will be given like this, okay. So integration will be not sufficient, therefore we converted the integral, screen की तरफ देखना है, maybe this integral or maybe this integral converted into summation, और अब हमें फोरियर कोएफिशिएंट फाइंड करने हैं। क्लियर, इतना समझ में आ गया? नाउ लेट मी कंटिन्यू, ओके। सो लेट अप, अभी मेरे साथ लिखना है, लिखिए फोरियर series expansion with arbitrary period to L, ठीक है, लिख दिया। इसके नीचे लिखना है, सपोज f of x is, थोड़ा सा फास्ट, periodic function of period 2L defined in x between 0 to 2L, sorry, and functional values are given as, हमें फंक्शन पता नहीं है, we don't know the function, we know the functional values। इसका मतलब ये है, हमें x पता है और y मीन्स f of x दोनों सेम है, क्या क्या पता है? x0 पता है, x1 पता है, ओके, x2 पता है, और लास्ट जो है xm पता है। कोई बता सकता है x0 क्या आएगा फॉर दिस एग्जांपल? कैन एनीवन टेल मी व्हाट विल बी x0? अरे ये इंटरवल को देखो ना, क्या आएगा x0? आप भूल गए क्या? x0 0 आएगा, और xm क्या आएगा? 2l आएगा, है ना? राइट, और करस्पॉन्डिंग वैल्यूज ऑफ y आर गिवन टू अस, हमें फाइंड नहीं करना है, दिया है y1, y2, y3, y4, yn। गॉट इट, गॉट इट, ये दिया है। नाउ आवर एम इज टू फाइंड द फोरियर सीरीज एक्सपेंशन। यहां से हमें फोरियर सीरीज एक्सपेंशन फाइंड करना है। कैन आई कंटिन्यू नाउ? समझ में आ गया क्या करना है हमें? हाउ टू डू इट दैट विल अंडरस्टैंड। पहले आप समझो कि व्हाट इज गिवन टू अस एंड व्हाट इज आस्क्ड। ओके, सो व्हाट इज गिवन टू अस, ये टेबल दिया है, and again it is given that it is periodic function of period 2l, and it is asked to find the Fourier series expansion. Clear? So write down Fourier series expansion is, we know the formulas, we'll write them, right? Fourier series expansion is f of x equal to, थोड़ा सा फास्ट, आपका शायद कुछ एग्जाम भी है। चलो मैं स्टॉप करता हूं, क्योंकि क्या है, मुझे और कुछ चीजें भी बतानी है। इसको हम कल समझेंगे एंड देन विल सॉल्व फ्यू एग्जांपल्स ऑफ दिस टाइप। टुमारो वी हैव फर्स्ट लेक्चर। टुमारो इज वर्किंग? अच्छा, ओके, हमें क्या समझना है, पहले मुझे अटेंडेंस लेने दो। कहां से अटेंडेंस लेना है? यहां से, जस्ट 1 मिनट, रीस्कैन, ठीक है। अटेंडेंस कहाँ पे सेव करते हैं? यहाँ पे अटेंडेंस, चलो हो गया सेव, होप सो। कितने लोग आ रहे हैं? 82। यहाँ पे कितने हैं? 84। अच्छा, मैं हूँ, इसलिए एक ऐड हो जाएगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं। चलो ठीक है। नाउ व्हाट वी हैव टू डू ना, कुछ एक हमें ऐसे स्टूडेंट फाइंड करने, वी हैव टू फाइंड सम स्टूडेंट जिनके लिए थोड़ा सा हमें ज्यादा काम करना है, राइट ना? So maybe they are not so good. I'm not saying good, huh? They're not so good in maths. तो उनके लिए थोड़ा सा हमें काम करना है, right? So क्या काम करना है? Those who failed in the unit test 1, right? 1. Second, those who have little bit less marks in the prerequisite test. Prerequisite test लिया था कुछ दिन पहले, right? Those who have little bit less marks in the 12th. 3 क्राइटेरिया है, राइट? वहां से एक लिस्ट बनाया जाएगा, दैट विल बी गिवन टू यू टुमारो। दैट विल बी अ सेपरेट लिस्ट फॉर एवरी सब्जेक्ट। मैथ्स के लिए अलग रहेगा, फिजिक्स के लिए अलग रहेगा, और वो आपको शेयर किया जाएगा, ठीक है? फॉर दोज स्टूडेंट एक्स्ट्रा लेक्चर्स विल बी कंडक्टेड, राइट? ये कंडक्ट कब होंगे? मे बी इट विल, द टाइम टेबल विल बी शेयर्ड विथ यू टुमारो, ओके? It is compulsory for all those whose name will be there to attend the lecture. बाकी लोग यदि चाहते हैं तो अटेंड कर सकते हैं। Got it? समझ में आ गया? I'll repeat.
Yes, sir.
तीन क्राइटेरिया है। यूनिट टेस्ट में कम मार्क्स है या फेल है। सेकेंड, प्री रिक्विजिट टेस्ट में कम मार्क्स है या फेल है। 12th में कम मार्क्स है, फेल बोलूंगा नहीं मैं, ओके? तो इन लोगों को थोड़ा सा हम फाइंड आउट करेंगे। लिस्ट विल बी प्रिपेयर्ड। For them it will be compulsory to attend the lecture, और जो यूनिट टेस्ट में फेल है या एब्सेंट है उनको रीटेस्ट देना है। तो 2 चीजें हैं, रीटेस्ट देना है, उसके लिए टाइम टेबल शेयर किया जाएगा रीटेस्ट का, और ये जो जिनके लिए एक्स्ट्रा लेक्चर अरेंज किए जाएंगे उसका लिस्ट और उसका टाइम टेबल कल शेयर किया जाएगा। गॉट इट? ओके। अभी कुछ लोग ऐसे हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल फ्रॉम डिवीजन ए, दोज हु आर नॉट गिवन द टेस्ट। इधर गया मेरा फाइल। अच्छा, ये थोड़ा सा
डिस्प्ले कीजिए एक बार।
एक मिनट इसको